Welcome to the Unknown Updates, a monthly series that explores a diverse range of news, updates, topics, and releases across various areas of entertainment, fandoms, and hobbies. Since we're covering so many different topics, this series will focus on the aspects I care most about. After all, if I tried to cover everything, we'd be here for hours. The goal of this series is to keep you updated on various news and topics and hopefully introduce you to new fandoms, hobbies, different forms of entertainment, and communities you might not have encountered before. Since we'll be skipping some details and information on each topic I cover, I encourage you to do your own research to learn more about each topic we discuss. Remember, treat this as a gateway, not a one-stop shop. And time codes are found in the description below.
So, I'll be honest with you. This was not supposed to be the first topic, but I wound up having some issues with recording, and some of the files I needed got corrupted, and I don't have the time to re-record those first two sections. So, we're going to go ahead and start off with Gundam, and then next month, we will have that issue corrected. And I have a question for y'all when it comes to the Gundam category. Should I combine the Gundam category with hobbies and make it one category, or should I keep Gundam standalone? I've been thinking about this, and I thought I'll go ahead and reach out to y'all. So if you have a suggestion, leave it in the comments down below. And now, let's go ahead and get to the first topic. First story I want to tell you about is coming out of Japan, and I'm not sure if you know, but they're doing a web novel for G Gundam's 30th anniversary, which was last year, and they're coming out with the final chapter of that novel. And that one, the main protagonist, which is pretty surprising, is Master Asia's son. So I just thought I'll let you know about that. Now, is this story coming to America? I do not know, but I wanted to make sure that you knew about this one because I felt this story was kind of interesting, going with Master Asia's son. I didn't even realize he had a son. So, just thought I'll let you know. Speaking of anniversaries, I didn't realize this, but a couple of Gundam series are having their anniversary this year. So these first three are in their 10th year anniversary, and that is Mobile Suit Gundam, The Origin, Thunderbolt Gundam, the OVAs, and one of my favorite series of all time out of the Gundam franchise, IBO, Iron Blooded Orphan. All these are in their 10th year anniversary. Going into their 15th anniversary, we got the OVA of Unicorn Gundam, and if you are a Gunpla nut, the father of the Build series, Gunpla Builders, is in its 15th anniversary. So if you want to know where their Build series started, it started with this one. Now this next one has a special place in my heart because this was a series that got me into Gundam and probably got a lot of people into Gundam, and that is the 30th anniversary of Gundam Week. I didn't even know this was happening, but now that I do, there was a video I was planning on doing later, but I might have to bump that one up. So stay tuned for that one. And for the last Gundam series that is having its anniversary this year, this series introduced one of my favorite transformations, if not my favorite transformation in Gundam history, and that is Zeta Gundam. Now, I do need to look into that because I don't know if it's my favorite, but it definitely is up there. But yes, Z Gundam is in its 40th anniversary this year. Now, for the last topic I have for you in this section, Gundam SD Battle Alliance. It is currently out on PlayStation Plus. I actually just downloaded it as a recording of this video. So make sure to check that out. So I just want to let you know that I'm going to try to move fast through this section So because of that, I'm probably going to be skipping out on a lot of information. So I recommend you do your research yourself to keep yourselves up to date. Now, starting with FGO, as the recording of this video, Lost Belt 7 Chapter 2 or Part 2 is currently out now. I want to say as the release of this video, Lost Belt number 7 Part 2 has been out for a couple of days. I am actually nowhere near this chapter because I'm still on Lost Belt 5, so I got a lot to do before I get here. But I did want to quickly go over a couple of things. As you see, they have a trailer. I skipped it because I didn't want to spoil myself. These are some of the characters that you can summon for. I actually wound up getting 2 of them, which if you watch my other content, you know what I'm talking about. I did try to go for Nita Chris Alter, but yeah, that didn't work out at all. I definitely need some of these hides for sure. A new dress is available. And just so you know, you're going to get 6 quartz. And here are your banners. So there you go. Let's go to the next one. So this is an upcoming event for February, early February. As you see, they're going to be introducing a new character. This is the Valentine event. So from my understanding, this event is going to help you upgrade your CEs if you need to. So as you see, we're going to get a new ruler. She's actually one of my targets, but I may have to skip her. And here's a new CE that's going to be introduced to the game. Oh, one thing I want to let you know that you're going to need 17 gigs of storage space, so be aware of that. So I don't get a chance to play Counterside like I like to, but they do have a new collab event. I actually may come back for this one because I actually like the collaboration that they're doing. As you see on screen, the collaboration is with Counterside, and it's a wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon. And I actually do like this anime, so yes, I may come back for this event. So these are some of the things that you can obtain as you get more currency from the event. As you see. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll so you can see some of the characters that you can obtain during the event. Now, I'm not going to give you all the details. You can do that in your own time, but I will scroll through so you can see who they are and their stats. So make sure you're watching the screen to get that information. So I'm not going to tell you if they're good or not, but I do recommend that you go ahead and check out other channels for additional information on their stats and how good they are. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pretty big fan of her. I actually did like her in the anime. So I'm just going to let you know right now, you do get a copy of Bell for free. I don't know if it's good or not. I haven't played it yet, but I did get my copy. And Hestia is going to be your operator, which makes sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the balance adjustments so you can see the characters that are being adjusted. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and go to the next section of this topic. Be aware, I am skipping a lot of information, so make sure to go ahead and look up the information yourselves, because I don't play this game enough anymore or in tune with the community like I used to. So make sure to go ahead and look up the information yourself to figure out who's good or who's not, and if these balance adjustments are actually good. But with that being said, let's go ahead and skip to the next section. The last one I want to go over is Epic 7. As you see, a new hero has been introduced. Fine, I think that's how you pronounce it. As you see, she's a Soul Reaver, Element Ice. Here, I'll just go to her skills so you can take a look for yourself. This is her new artifact. She's also coming with her new side story, which I haven't played yet. So make sure to play through the side story so you can get all the currency that you need to clear out the side story shop. So if you're looking on the right where it says buy, if you're looking above the yellow numbers, that's the currency that you get from the event. So make sure to do the event so you can clear out that shop. So from the little bit of research that I've done, she is going to be needed for, I want to say she's going to be needed for Rift, but she's going to be really good for Rift. So if you're into Rift, you might want to get yourself a copy of her. And the last thing I want to go over is the banners that are going to be up around this time. So the last news I have to share, particularly on Epic 7. Now, this information can be found in their Discord. I personally didn't see it, but I did see the evidence of this, so I do know that this happened. And I think some of the people part of that team already came out. Oh, let me clarify something. When I said that I did not see it, but I did see evidence of it, what I mean is I did not see the original post on Discord because I'm not in their Discord. But I did see the evidence from a third party. But getting back to the main point, Smilegate let go of their NA team. And first off, I'm sorry to hear that for the people who lost their jobs. But at the same time, from what I've heard and the sentiment of the community, this is probably going to be a bad thing, and 2 points stood out. First, we lost a really good connection from NA players to Smilegate, so it could be harder for our concerns to be represented. And secondly, that team, from what I've heard, that they were impactful in ways of helping out with balancing the game itself. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with Epic 7 in the future. I have no information. But this and everything that I just talked about is basically an overview. So if you want more detail, I recommend you do your research yourself and look more into it. But this is all I have for you for this section. And now, let's move on to the next one. So I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to go ahead and check out the upcoming conventions that's happening in February. First, we're going to start in California because, as you know, I have a California bias. Then after that, we're going to go to the Wheel of Names and see what states we're going to check out for upcoming events. So the first convention, this was in Santa Clara. And this one is called the HypeCon in the Bay Area, if you want to check this one out. Here's the address. I don't know where the ticket... Oh, there it is. Buy tickets. Let's see the pricing. All right. Next con that I might attend one day in the future is Anime Impulse, which is happening February 15th and 16th. So there you go. And this is the event location right here. I actually found this out later, but if you get tickets to Anime Impulse, you also get access to K-Play Fest and Collectors Expo, which are all happening in the same location at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to check out 3 states and see if there's anything going on in your state, if it comes up for the month of February. And also, if it hits international, that means I'm going to check out 3 random conventions in another country. So let's go ahead and click on the wheel. So first we're going to start off with New Hampshire. Let's see what's going on out there. Okay, I looked it up. Nothing's going on in New Hampshire. Let's check out another state. Louisiana. Let's see what's going on over there. Nothing happened in Louisiana in February. Let's check out one more state. Now West Virginia. What's happening out there? Okay. West Virginia has nothing going on in February either. So there's 3 states. I guess there's nothing happening. Since I had such bad luck rolling for states, I said I wanted to go ahead and try to give you cons that's outside of just anime cons. So we're going to do that now. Now I am going to stick with California for this one, since it's easy for me. And then for next month, we'll try out of state again. Now I was planning on doing this later this year, but forget it. Let's go ahead and get started now. Starting with the LA Art Show. You know what? I might try to go to this one. I gotta see. And look how long it's going to be. Okay, here's the tickets if you want to attend. Here's the location right here. There you go. And I don't know, I might check this out. I don't know, I gotta see. I might go to this one. I don't know, it's a maybe, but we'll see. This one is kind of a last minute one because this event is going on tomorrow. But if you're into cars or you want to go check out a car show, why don't you check out HIN, Hot Import Nights. And here's the information. Hours. Location. Directions. So pretty much, if you're just learning about this from this video, this is the ticket price right now for online, and on site, it goes up another $5. So as you see, this is 10 days in advance, so my bad. But yeah, if you want to go check out a car show, go ahead, check out HIN. It's a good one. I went a couple of times. So I did have one more event to showcase, but that one got canceled. So I did wind up finding 2 more cons based on anime and comics. And so I thought I'll go ahead and showcase these ones and go from there. So the first one is Anime Gaming Con, which is February 1st and 2nd. So pretty much the next day. So here you go. Go check out the tickets. There we go. And the last event is Comic Verse, which is, of course, February 2nd. I don't know why all these are at the beginning of the month. Go check it out. And there's the prices. All right, that's all I got for you. And next month, I will make sure that I will get more out of state or maybe even international events. So I will make sure that happens next month. Okay, here's the last event that I found, which is the Long Beach Collectibles Expo, which is happening February 20th through the 22nd. Here's the address, here's the time. Oh, it's a 3-day event. And here's the price range if you would like to go. This one right here is a late edition. I didn't realize I talked about this event, and I didn't want to waste it or delete it, so I decided to add this back in at the end. So there you go. Now, let's get to the next section. And next month, we will be getting back to letting you know about out-of-state events. So I'm not going to do too many of these, so don't expect to see this section too often. But since this is the first one that I'm doing this year, I do want to let you know, well, I should say remind people if you're new here about what this series is and to kind of give you an update on future plans that I have going forward. So just in case you're new here, I know you heard the intro. I just want to expand on that. First, let me know if you like that intro. If you want me to keep the AI voice. If not, I'll go back to doing the intro, but just let me know. And as you see, I've also done some updates to the series, so I hope these updates you enjoy. The best part is that I wasn't able to do it for everything, but at least with this series, I was able to reorganize it. So the good news is that it streamlines the way I do these videos now. The bad news is that each section is probably going to be recorded at different times throughout the month. So just be aware of that. I guess you could consider this my news series because I use this series just to go through any news or updates I want to talk about. So that's what I use this for. The reason why I do this series monthly is really just time. I just don't have time to go through everything. And also, as you know, I miss out on a lot of stuff too. So even though this was supposed to be a weekly series, I just don't have the time to do it weekly. So that's why I do this series monthly. So the way I do it is I try to go over the news that happened within that month. So I go back to the past, and then any upcoming news, I'll also put that in that month's episode. Be aware that I don't go over every section every month. They kind of switch out. So for example, one month I may cover anime, gaming, and news. Another month I may cover movies, gaming, and Gundams. Going back to what was said earlier, if I was to cover everything, we will be here for like the next 2 days. So I ain't got that kind of time, and I doubt y'all have that kind of patience. So that's why that happens, and that's why when I do this series, I base it around what I feel like talking about because we go over too many topics. So it just works out better that way. So we're not here for the next 25 hours. Now, I do want to give you something to look forward to when it comes to this channel. So I do want to let you know on some of the upcoming plans I have moving forward. First things first is I know I had issues with this video. Like I said earlier, the files wound up getting corrupted and I'm not going to go back and redo those sections. So next month, those problems should be fixed and I'm probably going to come back maybe starting with news since I wasn't able to do it this month and I don't have time to re-record it and to bring back those two sections. So I'm not going to push it back to next month, but if something interesting happens next month, I will make sure to bring back those sections. This next one, I didn't hear anything about, but I want to address it because what I did last month did not meet my standards on how I want the series to go. And that goes back to the anime section of last month. I did a really bad job and I should have did a better job at least giving you a summary of each series that I talked about, and I didn't do that. So for that, that's my fault, and I will make sure that will not happen again. I think next time I do an anime section, it's probably going to be in spring. I think it's for spring season. So when that happens, I will make sure to do a summary of the series that I talk about instead of saying, oh, wow, that's cool, because yeah, that's not going to happen. I did y'all a disservice and I did myself a disservice, and that won't happen again. The other thing is I'm going to go ahead and bring back the trailers. I got away from the anime trailers because sometimes when I put it up, I kept getting a copyright claim and I just got tired of dealing with it. But I rather deal with trailers. I liked when I did that, so I'm probably going to bring that back, but I may make it just interchangeable. So some series may have trailers, some series may not. But I just wanted to let you know that yes, I am going to go ahead and bring back the trailers so you can actually see it when I talk about it. But again, it may be sped up or it may be mixed in, which is the regular page. I don't know. I'll at least start mixing in the trailers and see where that goes. So as we corner this section, we are back with shorts. And yes, I am done with my rage quit and I am back to give you FGO shorts. So those are back until I get angry again and quit. But not only are FGO shorts back, Gundam shorts are back. And just so you know, those shorts come out bi-weekly every Saturday. But after doing the math, I realized I will not have enough kits to get me through till next year. So, okay, there's two ways we're going to do this. One, there is one way to fix this problem, guaranteed, and it won't cost you a dime. And all you have to do is hit that subscribe button. The other option is that throughout this year, I'm probably going to have to miss some shorts or miss some weeks where you won't get shorts when you're supposed to, because I just don't have enough. So make sure to subscribe, because if you do that, not only will I be able to give you more Gundam shorts, I will also be able to give y'all a lot more live Gundam builds. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Oh, real quick, back to FGO shorts. Just so you know, because that account is a free-to-play account, I'm only going to do FGO shorts for characters that I'm going for. The other thing is I'm trying to think about maybe one or two more series that I can add to shorts. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'm trying to think about that, but I do know one of y'all has asked for more shorter content, so I want to make sure that you will continuously get that. So again, if you like short form content, go ahead and check out my shorts. Outside of that, long form will always be the main YouTube channel. So if you made this far into the video, I want to thank you. And for that thank you, I want to let you know on some additional videos that I'm currently working on. Do I know when these are coming out? No, but I can at least tell you a little bit about them. So one of the first ones I already have recorded, I haven't worked on it yet. That is my history of watching Gundam. So I already did the first one, and part 2 is going to cover the alternate history. So that one is being worked on right now. Next, I didn't realize this till I did this video, but it's the 30th anniversary of Wing Gundam and the 40th anniversary of Z Gundam. And the video I have planned is going to be more based around Wing Gundam. And okay, you know what? I'll just tell you like this. It's basically going to be what I would do for an anniversary. I think I might work on that video next, only because I would like to get that video up before anything is announced for these anniversaries, particularly Wing Gundam, because that's what that video is going to be more focused around. Sticking with Gundam, next month, Gundam Breaker 4 will be completed, and right now I'm currently thinking about the next game I'm going to pick up, but that means this month you are going to get my Gundam Breaker 4 initial thoughts. Now, if you don't know what initial thoughts are, that is where once I'm done, if you watch my gameplay series, my saying is when the credits roll, it is my time to go. And basically when I'm done with the game, I go ahead and let you know what I think about it. So this one is going to be the first one that I do as a standalone video, but I do want to make sure that you know that's not a review. It's just my initial thoughts. And the reason why that series, it will never be a review, is because I usually do that from memory. And for me to do a review, it involves me to take a lot more notes and do a lot more research that I don't want to say I'm not willing to do, but at this point, I'm not going to do it. But also coming out this month for sure, this is going to happen. I am going to start, and I'm probably going to do this bi-weekly, your builds from Gundam Breaker 4. That starts this month. Well, my fault, next month. Which we're technically here because by the time this comes out, February is tomorrow, but still, we're still in January as the releasing of this video, even if it's the last day. I also have one more video idea that I may do pretty soon that has to do with some of the games I used to play back in the day, but that video should happen probably within the next 2 months. I'm not making any promises, but that's the goal. Also, for submitting your builds, I will leave that link down below. And just so you know, February, I will be updating that PDF. That will be updated then. And lastly, when it comes to the card game section, because on this channel, we do cover card games. Okay, in all honesty, we mainly just cover Yu-Gi-Oh! But I don't know when it's going to happen. But I do have a friend that's going to go ahead and take that section over. So every now and again, when that card game section comes up, he will be doing it. Now, do I know when it's going to start? No. But just know, when that section comes back, don't be surprised if you hear a new voice. So be aware of that. But anyways, that's it for this update. That's it for the plans. Once again, I want to thank y'all for checking out this series. I definitely appreciate it. Make sure on your way out to hit that like and subscribe. Help us build this community. Help us grow this channel. Help us build this brand. And with that being said, thank y'all, and we'll see y'all next month with another Unknown Updates, still a tentative title.